Yes, we do investigations. Which is the island again? Okay. Oh, we're definitely going to check it out. Thanks for letting us know. Okay, bye.
Starting to record.
Welcome, Lysol family, to another episode of the Out There podcast. This is the July 2025 episode 15. With me, KK. We have Sonia.
Hi.
We have Sara.
Hey.
We have Cici.
Hello.
So this episode, we are going to talk about our Parabex 8 Melaka trip night exploration. So it's a very exciting island adventure for the whole group of us, and hope you guys will be intrigued lah. It's more than just the usual paranormal kind of investigation and whatnot. Okay, so just as you can see, this is the week after. No, when we record this is the week after Joe and Kim had a collaboration with the We Are Hantu people. And it really brought a lot to the channel itself. And for all the new viewers, I suppose we will have new viewers who will watch our show as well. So generally, this podcast started because we wanted to talk about urban exploration. We want to talk about hiking, and all these things sometimes just tied up with some paranormal connotation, right? So because these places we go to are etched in history, and there's always something hidden within. So for those who have joined us the first time, this is what we do lah. It's called the Out There podcast. So we really go out there to explore the place as well as to know the backstory of these places, not just bringing you there, coming up with some crazy story, you know. Yeah. So
This week went really out there. Not out
yeah,
there.
we ran really out there.
Really
So
out
stay
there.
tuned with all the stories that we had prepared for you for this adventure. So before we okay, how about is everybody okay after the Parabex? Yeah, Gigi looks like really
Traumatized
Sonia, okay?
forever.
Yeah. So for me,
No.
I have a little fall. The elbow is okay already, back to 100%. Yeah. But we'll talk about why I had a little fall later. So we begin with viewers' comments. We have quite a few this time round because
Nice.
I loaded a few episodes beside our episode 14 of the podcast. I uploaded the exploration at the JB abandoned hotel, as well as the place we went to, the place that shall not be named. Okay, so
No idea what that is.
so firstly at Cjo 1950, so it's talking about the catbird the debate we had.
It's controversy. You are right to use.
Not
the
his
word
debate not controversy. There's nothing controversial about it. So he mentioned that what we heard is probably not one catbird that flew into the building, but rather two birds, though not visible, communicating, one in the bush, another one in the building, nesting there. Because of the sequential call, it appears the first one flew into the building and squeaked again. Very, very interesting idea there from Cjo. But from the accounts of people there, we actually hear the flying off part. So it's not two birds communicating with each other. Yeah, very interesting idea, very interesting theory that he had. Then from our good friend Ezekiel, he said that me, bro, just sing the most forbidden song during Parabex. LOL. Yeah. So that song, Gigi now have recorded in his phone. He will play every time when we go out there. Then from Go MHCV, is it possible that the building itself have hidden rebars that could have caused the knocking sound from stress, corrosion, or wear and tear? Unless it's a wooden hut where you will be absolutely sure it's 100% wood. If I'm not wrong, rebar was used in the formation of the present day buildings. So this regards with the knocking sound that we heard from the top floor. I don't remember we see any rebar, right?
Rebars would be in the concrete, right?
The concrete,
So-
yes. How?
Because rebars are like the skeleton,
Sure.
the skeleton structure that the cement
Hmm.
is.
Yes. So
The-
even if it's in the
It
concrete,
was too consistent. It was too consistent
Hmm.
for it to just be like a random rebar that was exposed, and it would have required the rebar to be stuck
dangling.
out. Yeah, no, I honestly I
Don't
don't
think
think so.
The,
I
the,
don't
the,
think
the
that
tapping
the
was,
case.
was almost rhythmic in a sense, because
Hmm.
tap, 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 tap. you
Yes. How the wind
Yeah.
do that kind of,
know. So, I mean, if your rebar starts, if your your building foundation starts going tat tat tat, something's wrong with your building. It
But
cannot be there.
there's not much foundation, the place, to be frank. Okay, then similarly from Go MHCV, he said that this is during the night streaming, right? He said that at this point when I don't know whether you remember, but we go to the gym area, then I think Sara was the one that he said this type of clickbait, people will get confused for the real deal. Don't anyhow make demon voice. Few minutes later, you had a fall because you made the voice. So he was insinuating I was the one that made the voice and I fell down because
Where was this? Sorry.
the sauna, beside the sauna, there's a gym. Remember? Then there was this statement that we welcome everybody.
So this was
That-
the place you shouldn't go, is it?
No. This was the JB abandoned hotel. Remember the sauna outside? They tie the
Oh,
yellow rope,
right,
the
right,
yellow
right, right.
cloth. Then
Uh-huh.
beside it was the gym, which I didn't go in the daytime.
Uh-huh.
Sonia brought us there. There
Oh,
was
the longkang, like you fell the longkang.
I fell
the
near
door,
after the
door
pool.
area. Uh-huh.
Yeah. So before
What
I
is it?
fell, he thought that I made the demon voice.
Oh, good lord. Let me
So-
clarify this. In this channel, we don't make stuff up. There's no need to make anything up on this channel.
No, I think he's
Where-
more like
wherever we go, we pick up real things. I mean, and the best way is join us.
yes.
Join us for yourselves. See for yourselves, feel it for yourselves, hear it for yourselves.
No, he didn't insinuate that we made up the voice. I mean, we just poking fun with that tagline on the gym itself. So he thought that I was because I was the one shooting. So he thought that I made the demonic voice, then making fun of the place. When I went out, I had a fall. Like I deserve, like it's a karma kind of thing,
what
lah.
you do.
Yeah, so I thought it was you actually, Sarah. You are the one that made the voice. That I had a fall.
Voice, please? I don't remember.
Never mind lah. It's quite neat. We can't even remember, but the viewers pick up this thing. You see, that's the whole fun of it lah. Then from our good friend Jonathan Low, he said that the "ya" was so loud and clear. That was referred to the isolation video. Similarly, from Jonathan Low, with respect, could it be something that make Mr. Sara to buy the candy, not by free will, but by something? Remember the candy?
It was intuition. It's mostly intuition. Yeah, because I was there just buy drinks for the day. It just popped to my head. Just get some offering, some candy.
Interesting. Yeah, it's the confirm this the first time that he Sara did that. Yeah, so maybe something prompted him. Then to the
universe lah, the universe.
The universe are telling you something.
Yes.
Then to the place that which it shall not be named. From Star Jerry 5877. Looking at this place is already creepy. The team is really brave to be there. Thank you. Then from Cici 8079, she said, "Wow, feels like more than a few dark rituals happen in this space. The main hall is cavernous." And similarly, when I told her about young people trashing out the place, she commented, "It's so irresponsible of them to trash the place like that. Such a shame." And finally, from I think a relatively new name, at Benji Y2X, "Thank you for sharing your adventures. Not in my lifetime I will dare to join such activities. Enjoyed watching this. Looking forward to more."
I'll be honest. I was I was like Benji
Yeah,
long
we
time
were like
ago.
Benji.
Yeah, we also like KK was like Benji long time ago.
Yes.
And then we met Sonia and Cici.
Yeah.
And then we are here now.
No, but it's also a testament of the safety,
Yeah.
the how well they plan everything, and how much trust we have with the team itself to be able to go time and again and not feel intimidated by the whole thing. You know, yeah. So for anyone who is watching the show and maybe for first time or have been following us and you are interested to see what do we do with Parabex itself, because whatever we show here is not just we have other activities within that 2 days 2 night. So it's a good way to get out from your usual hustle and bustle to come to some places that you have never seen before, like this place that we are going to talk about, Parabex number 8, Melaka. Yes, we shall proceed with the. Okay, maybe anyone want to give some pretext with this place itself?
Segu.
Yeah.
Okay, so where we headed this time for Parabex number 8. Now, Parabex number 8, but podcast you were saying, how many are we at already? 14, is it?
15.
15.
This number 15.
Okay. So Parabex number 8, there are months that we skip Parabex.
Yes.
So it's not every month that we have it. And moving forward also, we may skip a month or two because
Yes.
we are going to be venturing further. So much further that in September, we are headed for Japan. Right? So there will be one more Parabex in August. We're skipping July because July we have the community event, which is...
We can talk about that later. Yeah.
Yes, but Parabex 8, where we went to was Melaka. It is a repeat location because we have been to Melaka before.
Yeah.
Yes, but Melaka has presented so many different locations for us, so many sites of interest from a Parabex point of view that we went back there. But this time, Cici found us an amazing spot. It is an entire abandoned island. The whole place is abandoned, and of course, because we do the forward recce to ensure that there is something there for us all to journey towards. Number one, number two, it's also to ensure physical safety. How safe is this place? So having done the recce, we felt like, oh, this was such a gem of a place to bring you guys, and it proved itself right.
Yeah. Yes, indeed. So
This is Pulau Upeh.
Upeh.
Pulau Upeh spelled Upeh. And Melaka, off the shore of Melaka, there is another island, and that's called Pulau Besar. Pulau Besar also has a few points of interest, but why Pulau Upeh? Because the entire island was abandoned. There used to be a resort there, some government chalets as well, and two graves.
The cat mouse always join in the fun.
So on a side note, if we bring Joe there, we pull out Ape, is it?
Pulau Ape lah, Ape.
Oh, okay.
Not Upe. No, but what I want to say. How big is the island itself? Remember, 600 meters. Is it? You were saying?
600 meters is from mainland to the island itself.
Oh, the island itself is barely
400
100
meters
meter.
across,
Yeah.
right?
No, it's quite-
island from end
Quite a
to
distance
end.
actually.
Yeah, it's just about 400 meters or so. But like what was said earlier, 600 meters of mainland Melaka. And where we were is at the mouth. We departed from a jetty, right?
Yeah.
And that was at the mouth of Klebang River. There's a small little jetty there, which brings us to our transportation and how we were all in little fishing boats.
Yeah. I have a video. Let's see this video together. Can you guys see?
Yep.
Yeah, this is the jetty that we set out to. As Sonia said, it's a fishing boat.
So this is more like a non-commercial, like a commercial jetty lah. I mean, it's not for.
No, yeah. It's more for fishermen to go out to fish and everything. So this place, Sonia says, estuary, there are crocodile infested place. Even the local fishermen are a bit afraid of the.
So how it was, and we were a little bit delayed because we were waiting for the tide to come in. And why did we have to wait for the tide in? Is because even though
Shallow.
the jetty, yes, even though where the jetty is, even if it is deep enough for the boat to come out, leaving the estuary, there is a sand bund under the water, which is too shallow for the boat's hull to clear. Now, the boatman had said if there weren't crocodiles in the water, we can get out and push the boat over the bund and then continue on the journey. But because there are crocodiles in the water, it's not something that we could do. We had no choice but to wait for the tide to come up
Yeah.
and then
So
make our way across to the island.
that was the
And it's-
first challenge we had for the.
But just to jump in, but even then, this is my first like so-called boat ride, like this kind of boat, like small boat ride. And even going on this boat ride was quite creepy. It was quite not creepy, it was a bit, unnerving to say. Because you could tell that the tides are low, it's a very shallow. And you can feel the boat bumping against the ground, like tuh, 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 tuh. And every time I hit, like I'm gonna jump out, I'm gonna fall,
You
Huh?
put a-
I was a bit freaked out by that
Yeah.
but that was nothing, man. Honestly,
Actually, if it's too shallow, the most
thinking
will
that
be.
I want that every day. Honestly, I'll take that every day.
If it's
I think
too
that-
shallow, the how you call it, the rudder or don't know what of the boat will go aground lah. So you can't move.
No,
You
it was
just
really
stuck there,
hitting,
lor. You just stuck there.
hitting all the way. Yeah,
So that's the problem. It's too shallow for the boat ride, but it was pretty comfortable, very scenic, very
yeah.
Very
So-
calm.
At that-
It was
at that time
calm
was,
going out.
I think one of our new participant, JK, was with Sara. I think he was keep hoping to see some crocodiles.
he was waiting for it. Like, he was trying to
No,
look
but-
for footprint lah. He was
Yeah.
looking for the crocodile lah.
Yeah. I mean,
I think given a choice, he would jump in and try and catch one also lah. Garang fella.
he can.
He would lah. He would.
He would, he
could
would.
have.
The
We let him, he
estuary,
could have.
the estuary was flanked by mangrove, and a lot of it was exposed. So we did see a croc.
I think we did like floating on
You
top.
guys saw?
We saw very short period. Yeah.
Because we were zooming past, right? Yeah, but that to give you an idea, you've never been out on a boat before, like in Zara's case, or you've never done this kind of a journey, then it can be unnerving. And I think what you meant, KK, was that if the engine and its propellers,
Yeah.
if it's not deep enough, then
Deep
the
enough,
propellers,
yeah.
can be damaged because it's just too
Correct,
shallow. It
yeah.
gets stirred up.
Then you will. I mean, if it's not no propeller, if it's like those kind of rolling boat, he can just push with the
Oars,
oars. But this case is then even when we reached the jetty itself, it was a challenge because it was covered by barnacles, clams. So it's quite sharp. If you did because you guys went by the beach.
Yeah, we went
It
to the
beach
beach,
you,
yeah.
so
Yeah.
for us, we go by the normal jetty. It
So
was
to give context to that, the same boat ferried us. There were 8 of us, and it could only take a maximum of 4 per trip. So the same boat went back and forth, and that gives you an idea of how close the mainland is to the island, such that there was only a 10-minute difference
Right.
from each landing. And we had 2 different types of landings. One was at the jetty, and as you said, the pillars of the jetty and the sides of the jetty was covered in rock oyster shells, and those are extremely sharp. So if you're not careful, you can cut yourself on it, or if you're not careful. But then, of course, the second boat, you guys went up on the
Yeah.
beach. So I'm
Steady
not
lah,
sure why. Why did the
action
fisherman
movie?
do
Yeah,
that?
we just jump off the front.
Why did he decide to do that?
I think it was easier. It's easier to get off. Much
Yeah.
easier.
It's much easier.
Yeah, much
indeed,
easier.
Indeed, yeah. So I mean, he felt comfortable enough for it to go by the beach.
Because it was low tide, so you can just jump, can just
Yeah.
walk. Yeah.
So that was the original plan because we waited about an hour for the tide to reach a certain level, right?
Yes.
Before we can proceed because we
It was
wanted
not.
to go.
It was not possible. It was not physically possible any
Yeah.
other way. We had to wait for the tide to come in.
Yeah,
But
so-
of course, you guys had another adventure on your way, right?
That one we'll mention
talk
later.
later.
There will be a topic just for that.
So
Yeah,
to put the whole thing in context, that we wanted to start off at about 4:30 on the island, but
Five.
because of the low tide and all that, we only reached there like 5:30, roughly around there.
6,
6.
Closer,
Yeah, 6, yeah,
6
closer,
6.
closer
to
six.
sunset.
Closer to 6, yeah. So we only had like half an
45
hour, an
minutes,
hour of daylight
30,
left
yeah,
for the day recce.
yeah.
Yeah,
Which I think is sufficient enough lah.
It was ample, given
Yeah.
that we only needed to go around the island, identify a few things, show you a few things in daytime, because you need to familiarize yourself with where everything is, because you'll be walking for your live shows. And then after that, we had a night recce as well. So day recce, night recce, and then finally we went
The
into
audience see the day
Sure.
recce that we had. So this is generally the island
chalets.
itself. Yeah,
yeah.
a bit speed up lah. So
So you can see the remnants of the paths, the concrete. You see?
So it was abandoned since 2019, is it? You're mentioning?
Yeah.
Yeah. So within
2019 is when they had plans for redevelopment.
so even before that, so you can see the whole place. Where are we? We are walking, supposed to be walking path, right? Or what remains of a walking path.
Yes.
Yeah. So, but other than that, it's all vegetation, and
It's
all
all
these
overgrown, lah.
all these
All
huts
overgrown.
are chalets, and we have bigger chalets with staircase, right?
Those are
Yeah.
so there's two things. There's chalets and there's a resort.
Oh,
this-
it's a two different kind of thing.
This place was used for government retreats. It was also open to the public, but as you can see, what's left of the chalets. This is in the area where the chalets are. What's left is the built-up structures, and that you see is the watchtower, and there's also a water tank up there.
Yeah. Later we will have a better. So as you mentioned, we have a day recce, then we have a night recce for some of the participants. But before that, we actually set base at the pool area. There was this nice little pool area with a bar top, where if you
know
have
who
been
wanted
to,
set up sound system.
I think he did. Okay, let's share for the audience to see this base that we set up. I think it's the best base that we had from
Oh
all
yeah,
the
by far,
yeah.
by far.
Yeah, I always aim to give you guys five-star facilities and amenities.
So you can see there's the pool itself. Fortunately, not infested with mosquito because there are frogs inside, so the frogs will eat the mosquito.
And fish as well. And
Is that fish? That's fish. Okay, but later Sara and Cici can tell us you all heard something at this place also. Very interesting. Yeah, there were things here as well. So we set things up. This is around going to be 7, enjoying the sea breeze. Then we cook hot water. Okay,
At this point, we went one round around the
Yes, we
entire
did.
island. We also managed to climb to the top of the water
the
tower,
watchtower. Yeah.
watchtower, and honestly, it was a nice experience. Just all overgrown all over the place, lah.
But
And
uh,
the mosquitoes, lah. I mean,
the mosquito
ton
and
of
the ants.
mosquitoes. Yeah. So both of us had brought our Rodneys, our mosquito swatters, and it was going off, man. Pa, 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 massacre left, right, center. We're killing mosquitoes for fun. And you're still getting bitten, man. Crazy.
Usually, like mosquito, right? If I'm wearing long sleeve, right, it usually don't bite me. But this one, they do lah. They bite through the long sleeve.
Yeah. So
And a lot of us-
these mosquitoes didn't get the memo, lah. Cannot bite through.
We
long sleeve.
spray the insect repellent. A lot of us, because we don't spray on our face, you see? So a lot of people got on the face.
All face.
Yeah.
All kena.
Yeah. So maybe at this point, Sara and Cici, you all want to share what you all heard at the, because for the audience sake, we are at the bar top, so we are sitting all around.
We had the base. Then we have dinner first. I think the dinner was nice. To have like hot food on an abandoned island to ourselves. So a unique experience. Like, you'll never experience it anywhere else, to be
Yeah.
honest. Yeah, I mean, come on, like, who goes to an abandoned island in the middle of nowhere and have dinner? Okay, apart from you and Cici lah. No normal person does this. So it's quite a unique experience, quite fun. And then after dinner ended, I think you led the night recce as well.
Yeah.
You know, and night recce was totally different because, you know, at day and night, you see different things. Right?
All right.
Yeah.
So night recce, you're walking around, you know. Again, I didn't feel anything malevolent at that point. Nothing like good, nothing evil, nothing too bad, lah. But you know, you could feel certain, you know, certain eyes, certain feelings, certain things around you. Like, and you can start feeling something
Steps.
around you, lah.
I heard some of you guys heard footsteps.
Yeah, you can hear it's starting to happen, lah. Starting to happen. So we went around the island again, you know, in the dark. Oh yeah, before we go to the dark, sorry, we have to give credit to JK here, because during the day recce, because at the back of the island there's
It's
this
a
altar.
Pekong altar.
There's this like a shrine, like a Tao Pei Kong shrine, and JK did this brilliant thing. He brought incense. He brought this joystick.
Oh, he brought himself?
It was there.
He was there. No, I
It
thought
was
he brought.
there. No,
He
it
brought.
was there.
Oh, he was
He
there.
brought. He brought.
No,
brought-
he took it from the back. I saw it. I saw him
No,
take.
actually he brought some as well.
Oh, he brought
it?
some. I think he did in
He
his
brought some as
plastic
well.
bag.
Yeah. So he had the foresight to actually come prepared lah for this one. So he actually put a prayer to Tao Pei Kong there, and at that point we didn't know, you know, we didn't understand lah. But towards the end of the night, I think it helped lah. It helped the whole crew. To be
It did,
honest.
it did. I do believe that. Yeah.
Yeah, so he actually reached out, actually prayed and put a prayer to the island deity there, and we're very grateful for that. Okay, back to the story. So, so after the night recce, we could start feeling things around 7:30, 8 o'clock roughly,
Yeah.
around there. So we went one more round again around the island, come back to the base, and then I think yourself and TPC were Achik and Chacha were preparing to go live and on TikTok and all that. And then you all decided to split into two teams. I think your team consisted of Sonia, Shimon, and KK. You guys were going to the
Main
the resort area
Resort,
first, and Chacha and Achik was going to go the other way
Chalet.
towards the shrine and the so end days it was a giant circle lah, and you will meet in the middle somewhere.
Yeah.
So you guys are departing on two different ways, and even while we were waiting to depart, Shilman and I we heard things in the forested area. You could hear footsteps already. Even at the point you can start hearing footsteps, and I know lah, you know, sometimes
Because
you
we
hear
are
things,
all there. Who are the one that created footsteps, right?
exactly, and then you can say like, oh, maybe it's an animal or something, but animal footstep we know lah. Like we can hear geckos running around. You know, there's a difference between animal footstep and
Right,
human,
right,
like, you know,
right, yeah.
like a bigger like a stomping and all that lah. So you can tell the difference. So, and then you guys set off, and then TPC sets off. And I was a bit tired at that because we went around the island twice. I want to rest a bit lah.
Ah,
Bit
you and
lazy
Gigi
lah,
are
you and
sitting
Gigi
there.
lah. Gigi wanted to sit by himself. So Gigi, take away. Tell us what happened.
Yeah.
Because when you all left for the nightlife, I'm alone at some point down there. So I think on my left hand side towards the shrine itself, there's a lot of movement. If want to say a movement of rats running around, I doubt so because we don't see any rats also
No.
during our daytime. But the funny thing is that the movement of like people running is toward the shrine. Then from the shrine, it came back to the front to my right hand side again. It keep playing down there only.
Oh, okay. How about the growling thing?
So when you guys left, I was with you. I was with Chichi, and we were like, he told me lah, you know, hey, something behind us, or behind him lah, you know, the forested area there. And then Chichi being Chichi started conjuring stuff lah. Started doing his, you know. I won't say what he said lah, but he basically told to come out and show itself lah. He said that nothing happened. Then I tried doing the EVP session, like, you know, ask questions, what's your name, you know, are you here, you know, all the few questions. Then we hear back nothing also. Then wait, nothing. Suddenly we hear growl lah.
Oh.
Out of nowhere, growl at us.
What does it sound like?
A growl, like
Animal
like
kind of growl.
No, like a not animal.
Can you
Almost like a-
replicate it? Can I? How does it?
Oh.
Like you can hear a growl out of in the darkness, like a large growl, like like a large being growling at you lah.
So after that, you all just stop whatever you're doing.
At that point, I got because I've encountered this before a long time ago.
Mm.
You know that memory kind of came back. I got pissed off, started shouting back at it.
Get out of there!
Oh.
Show yourselves, cowards!
Oh, okay.
I think I got pissed off at it lah.
Okay.
This is past trauma, like something got me a long time ago and I couldn't do anything. Now something wrong, I can shout back.
Okay, so
Sorry, just to go back to the whole joystick thing. I checked with JK. He didn't burn his.
He didn't burn.
took what was there.
Oh, was there?
Oh.
Yeah,
Okay,
so
okay.
because the thing is, people used to go to this island, visit the shrine, and so there still are joysticks, and so he used what was there. He didn't.
also people purpose could be the fisherman.
Maybe.
Yeah, mostly
Yeah.
fishermen took cover during like the night time
Yeah.
that we got it. So they take cover on that island itself.
Yeah, so I suspect it's the fisherman who come and pray for
Because it was really clean also, The
Yes,
shrine was clean.
people cleared the place.
I was maintaining the
Yeah,
shrine, yeah.
yeah. So for sure, somebody is actually maintaining the place. Okay, so with regards to the growling, right? Because again, our mutual friend of Shimin, she can see that kind of thing, and she mentioned that she actually saw something, and I think it's like animalistic lah. Just put one term, it's animalistic. It's not a human shaped entity, but it's so
Non-human.
so it's connected lah. So the place itself, and she mentioned that where we were, where you're playing with the frogs and the hermit crab, right? That pool, inside the pool, a lot of things.
That's street that time.
So any of us are itchy backside and go and put one leg into the pool itself, I don't know what happened. Seriously.
I didn't put my leg. I put my hand inside. Nothing.
Yeah, I think so. So okay, we started our streaming as mentioned. So the first place that we went to is a resort area. So this is the resort area. So they have if you see resort, they have kitchen, they have like multiple places. In this place, we have this.
there.
Okay, this gadget is a thermal reader. Thermal
camera.
So
Why?
you can see this particular position is a bit different from the rest of the
You pick up any sudden heat signature?
Why? What is here?
You see? This
You move to the left, it was purplish, right? Yeah. Then the other side.
Yes, also purple.
Here.
What's here?
there's nobody there, by the way.
Then what does the
You see the JK, then the color change.
difference?
Yeah, you are hotter. But you see, compared to other areas, why would this spot
Cold.
Hot.
be hot compared to there, where it's all purple? See here,
Purple
this is
is
all purple.
purple is not hot. Hot is
27. So purple like that's what 27.
okay.
Then when I turn
Ambient
here,
temperature.
it has hotter,
Oh, this side is
hotter, warmer. Why? What's here?
So at this particular position,
Interesting.
Sara and Achik also have some. But first, because this new toy that Sara brought, the thermal camera, you can pick up from your landscape. If you are a human being, we emit heat, right? So you'll see, and like those of you,
It's a heat signature.
yes,
So what
infrared or something, right? Yeah.
Thermal scanner is it picks up the different temperatures. So when I had panned to one side, it was all purple, meaning
Purple.
that the temperature was
Ambient.
all
temperature.
that constant. It was about 27 degrees in that one. But when I had scanned over where that pillar was, it suddenly went up to the same I mean, to a higher heat signature than the other surroundings, but lower than our heat signature. Which is why in that video, when you see JK had gone there,
There
to
was a
provide
human shape,
a
humanoid
contrast,
shape.
yes, to provide a human contrast, because we are warmer than our environments, right? But that particular area was warmer than the other surroundings, which was strange because
Strange.
there is
Yeah.
no reason for that pillar and just slightly around it to be warmer, because it's all the same. Everything has
Right.
been
And
exposed
it's all
to the
open.
same.
It's all open.
Open,
Yeah.
yeah. There's ventilation
And
and
was
even if we
windy
want to
that-
say
that
the
evening
sun was
too.
shining
Yeah.
on that pillar, it retained more heat than the other spaces.
No?
All of
Doesn't
it
look that way. Yeah.
was exposed to the
Yeah.
same amounts. Therefore, I can't tell you why that
Yeah.
one area would be hotter, warmer
Right.
than the rest.
So this
Yeah.
resort area, Achik and Sara also went to do like a isolation rampart. Yeah. So you all pick up something.
So what happened was, so Aching and Chacha went the other way, right?
Yeah. To
We
the
spent a few
chalet.
minutes there, and Chacha felt something. She felt off.
Ooh.
She encountered something also.
Ooh.
So they came back, and Aching want to go lah. So I think, okay, never mind, we substitute lah. Chacha stay in the base. I walk with Aching. So, and we arrived at this resort. So when we walk out, there's this resort, this nice. I think it was previously like a restaurant or something, because it's really nice open space. You know, with the
Yes.
ballroom on top. Because it's huge space, very nice huge space. I think in its heyday, it looked really nice, to be honest.
It
You know,
should be
glass-
the dining area for the people
Yeah,
who
I
live
think it
there.
should be
Like,
nice.
like the dining hall or the main
Yeah,
restaurant.
dining hall.
So when we went there, it's totally dark. It's after sunset. It's totally dark. So what we did was we walked in, and then we walk in. There's a short staircase, like a short staircase to go up. Stairwell to go up to a half another level, to another area at the back. So it's all first the ground floor. So I think Aceh put his stuff down. We put out a rampart there. We started asking questions. You know, are you there? You know, is anyone there? Please give please come and interact with the rampart and all that. And suddenly we got a attraction.
The rampart got sound.
Rampart was sound. So and the question was, are you a non-human spirit? And then we got a sound.
Oh,
Yeah.
the question
So we
is,
got
are
two.
you a non-human?
So we got one. We got so we. The first question was like, you know, are you here? Can you come and touch the thing? Got sound. Then after a while, I think Amy Fox was in the comments. She wanted to ask. She asked. So she told us to ask. Is that non-human spirit? So we asked her, and then the rampart went off again.
The non-human spirit understand
Non-human
your question.
Yeah. So we asked in English and in Malay as well.
Ah, okay.
So we tried both lah. We
It's
tried
not
we
fair.
tried to
You
cover
need
all.
to
lah.
ask in every language.
We
Why
tried
are-
our
Other like,
best. lah.
okay, he can speak Tamil, no Chinese only lah.
We try our best to communicate lah. And then after a while we started. I think Archie started putting out like the cat balls, you know, and also the EMF there. And while he was doing that, I could hear like footsteps behind me.
Where's Achik at this point? In front of you.
He's in front of me, in front of the camera, putting the equipment lah. There's nothing behind me. There's no one behind me. I hear footsteps.
Total darkness.
Total darkness. Again, footsteps going here, going there. Like you can hear things lah. But the other equipment wasn't going off. The EMF wasn't going off. The other ramparts all quiet. So what we deduced was you know this is a roaming spirit.
Okay.
Something just roaming around.
Speaking of,
So-
okay, yeah. Continue.
And then after that we went up, went to the second floor.
This is where
Try
the
the
hot
same
pillar
thing.
is, lor. The hot pillar is at the second floor.
Oh,
Yeah,
okay,
that's
okay.
the
So
hot
went to the second floor. Okay, it's like a huge ballroom area. So we tried the same thing. I put a rampart. We put all the equipment down. And we started recording, trying to catch something, like trying to ask questions. And there's no interaction there, you know. But Chacha was in the chat, and she could hear someone sighing in the background.
Wow.
And there's no one. It's only myself and Archie there, and I could see you guys way on the other side of the island. I can see you at the certain like another building on the other side. I can literally see you all.
Yeah.
So it wasn't you guys. It wasn't anyone else. And we are just keeping quiet, and they can hear the audience. The TikTok audience can hear sighing.
Oh. Okay.
Yeah. So
This place quite active lah.
quite active.
Okay.
And then That was the area. Lah. After that, we went down, tried to walk further.
That was around the end of his Achik's life also, I think.
No. It
Not
was
yet, ah?
just a start. It was
Oh,
a
just
start.
a start. Okay.
It was a start. So we went there, started walking the perimeter, and this is the cool part. So walking the perimeter on that island, there are two makams. Makams are those Islamic graves.
Oh, the makam we'll talk later.
Okay.
We'll talk later. But
Okay.
okay, then back to our side. You're talking about wandering spirits, right? Sonia encountered something. Let's share.
Is it the one in the chalet, the toilet, is it?
Yep.
In that abandoned building there.
You see that? The toilet, the chalet,
Ah.
toilet of the chalet back there, right?
Uh-huh.
You see the door is open?
Yes.
Earlier there was something in it.
Really?
And
That's
that's why I thought I saw movement.
This daytime in that location. I shot at this. It attracted my attention in the daytime. So that's why I put here.
This is the one, is it?
It's the same one.
It's the same one. I didn't see anything, but it caught my attention during the daytime. So we set up EMF.
now Miss K saw something, a shadow moving around this. Do you have the EMF?
I like how only on this island we all call each other by code name.
Can be
But then
detected.
everywhere else
Is
we
there
go.
anything on the thermal?
Nothing.
Nothing.
Quite consistent.
Okay, let's try the EM. This
You can
inside.
see that there's nothing on the,
Mm.
on the
Ambient.
thermal.
Yeah, it's normal.
I think it's for thermal. I think it's for thermal.
My phone.
No,
Hey, it's spiking.
it is spiking.
You just leave it here.
Wow.
Oh,
Now we saw the spiking immediately.
see? There are no electronics near the EMF to affect the reading.
We are far away. I literally just left it there.
See?
Fascinating.
And this is where I saw the
The
movement and the
shadow.
shadow.
And this is where I got headache.
I also have a bit of a headache.
I'm going in.
Keep on going. Oh,
Going
my-
here.
Consistent. It's consistently spiking in nurse.
And this place generally you don't see the spiking, unlike the
When
JB.
I'm holding it, it's quite.
See?
Oh wow.
We need to the corner there.
It was,
Oh.
it was like this.
Wow.
And I saw the movement.
So I'm trained to see movement. So if I'm
If
going to
you
see
want
something
to-
move, then I'll definitely pick it up.
Of course.
Do you need help? Move the light to orange or red if you need help.
Yeah, see?
Why is it so drained?
Yes. Mm.
No, it's a sea breeze.
Wow, look at that. Look at that.
Oh
Mind you,
wow.
this is at arm's length. There's nothing that I have that could
Wow. Okay.
affect.
Okay, what's the next question you want to ask
Something
this
in them.
particular person?
Yeah, I'm not good at this one.
Looks like it's ready for the next question.
You need a spiritual master.
How do you need a spiritual master? Do you need help crossing over? If it's a yes, move the light to orange or red. Do you need help crossing over?
See?
Okay, we got a positive answer.
And initially it was only on green.
Are you bound here by anything? Is he bounded by the land?
No.
I feel as if I have a headache.
Yeah. You look.
I do.
You look totally.
Drain.
I was already drained earlier.
Yeah. No, this
See
here is
how
you look
it
exceptionally drained.
We need to go somewhere.
It's spiking.
Don't spike, right?
Okay, that means he's ready for the next question. More question? Is the person bound by this land?
No.
Are you bound by the land? If yes, please spiked to orange or red? No, he's not. Yeah. So you are free to go. Yeah. So that means they need some sort of help.
So you're free to go.
I mean, we asked them. We asked him
But I
also.
think we need to. What we need to do is.
Okay.
Couple of observations. Why is Sonia so drained?
She looked drained, right?
Very drained.
Did she? Right. Difference.
Yeah,
You
it's like-
find that she's like
yeah.
totally drained when the moment she go inside the toilet. Because from what we see, like, I mean, we went for a few recce. It's not that bad, no.
Yeah.
That point inside the toilet, she looked like a totally different, a totally drained,
Yeah.
energy all sapped.
Because the time after we met her, she wasn't like that.
Yeah, after that, it's better.
She wasn't like that.
The toilet itself is.
Yeah, I think there's certain vibes that you can see from the meter.
Mm,
But one thing I do have to comment, never ask these kind of questions.
yeah.
Do you need a master? Can I help you? No. Never ask these questions to anything. One, if they say yes, then they attack you. No. No.
Is
Don't
that
do it.
how it works?
Yes.
I
If you ask questions, you have power to help people. Don't go and do all these things. None of us got power to help the
but I
country.
think the
No.
yeah
no.
yeah but at that point as
Certain spiritual rules don't cross lah. Dangerous. Wherever you are, don't go and offer help to spirits and all. Don't. I know I've seen a lot of videos like this. People go to like graveyard. Can I help you? Can I do this? Can I do that? Day, you're no one to help anyone. Day, you can't help yourself. Don't go ask questions. Very dangerous. Things can, if they attack on to you, you're in trouble. Don't do it. Even people who are masters who don't do such things. Cannot. Master tell you don't do such thing, please. Because you go back to the master.
no master they will come and look
No.
master themselves. lah.
Oh. Who told you that?
No lah, but
No.
at that point it's like we don't know.
That's
we
only,
wanted to
that's
ask.
only, that's only in the movies.
We wanted to ask.
like
We
Muslim
wanted to
Muslim,
ask question, but we don't know what question to ask, right? So yeah.
So you
It's
can
actually
ask
very
things
normal
like,
in paranormal investigations when they try to engage to see
yeah.
and
But yeah, you cannot ask kind of questions. There are rules. There are spiritual rules you never cross. You should never cross.
I like
Don't do
I like JK's answer at the back.
You
Oh,
can go.
you're not bound. You are free to go. like the spirit don't know that he's free to go. Yeah.
well, it was more like
You don't know
it
what
was
you're
more
dealing
like
with, honestly. It might not be human spirit,
It was more like wandering spirits because
From where?
when we
Cross with boat.
no so
No.
the
This one buang all this thing here, lah.
Oh, people who want things lah.
The spirit either someone died there, as I come spirit,
Could be,
or someone
could be.
buang something there. Yeah, you never know. This island has a very long history, right?
Because remember when we go back, then I think Cici also mentioned that these things will not follow us across the sea, right? So is it
But to know all about this, you have to refer back to all the back history. What this island is used to be, and for them to do all this like right bricks.
The
So
bricks,
there's
right,
a lot of them. So
oh, so during did the Japanese come and take over this place also when they no
I'm not sure about it.
okay
there was
So you know anything about it?
yeah there was already a lot of fighting. Okay, you have to remember that the Melaka Sultanate was there before the Portuguese came. After the Portuguese, there was some uprising with the Achenese, and then there was the Dutch. So through history, a lot of people have fought over Malacca. And when they fight, you know what happens in fights. There's always
Yeah,
going to be a casualty or a fatality. So Malacca itself has seen a lot of bloodshed. Okay? Not just from the fighting. They would poison wells, they would try and get rid of political opponents, all sorts. But Pulau Upe and its place in history was that it was a watch island, because this is just outside of where the estuary and the mouth of Klebang River is. So it was a lookout point
Yeah.
for the Portuguese.
or any enemy
Okay.
coming in. Yeah.
Yes, as it approaches. Now, the fastest way, and we're talking about times before there were aeroplanes, so they moved around by ship. And the fastest way to get inland is through waterways, and in this case, the river, right? So the island was positioned in strategically to see if anything was coming towards the mouth of the river to go further up inland. And we're talking about 13th, 14th, 15th century. Okay, and
So
Pulau
what
Ubin,
the island used to be called as?
it has a Portuguese name.
Liha de Pedras.
Pedras, yes.
Pedras
Oh, wow.
sounds very familiar.
Pedras.
Lihade Pedras.
And also Javanese practitioners or spiritualists had used the island for study, as in they went there to study as well, to train, to study, which is why I feel as if the island has got a lot of spiritual
remnants.
residual energy, which
Yeah, so
is go ahead.
With regards to all these Chinese and Javanese kind of history, we spotted Two Makam at the place itself, right? So, which during our night walk we actually managed to walk to, but there are two. To mention to the audience, there are two. One a bit like on elevated ground, one a bit lower. So I think for Sara and Achik, y'all went to the Makam as well.
So one thing, can you tell the audience how easy it is to get there?
Sorry. Yeah.
Who are you asking?
Anyone. Let's say three of you lah. So let's say you go to the first Makam. How easy to go to the second Makam?
Easy.
Just walk down,
Where?
turn left.
Just to the right, right? Just turn right, go straight, right?
Turn left lah. Turn left or turn right.
It depends if you're
If you're
coming
facing
down,
the sea,
it's
you
on the
turn
left.
right.
You come down, yeah. But it's on your right lah. Basically, from the first Makam, you turn right. It's supposed to be on the side lah.
Alright.
So I'll tell my story. I'll
Okay,
tell you the story.
you proceed with the story.
So, when we came down the resort, we're walking by that stretch to go to the Makam.
The
So
first
two
one or second one?
Makams. The first one.
Okay.
So we want to visit both of it. So there's a Makam. There's this place where there's a prayer mat.
Yes.
And then there's the second Makam. So these three spots. I wanted to go to these three spots. So we went along the path. All overgrown flora,
Grass,
fauna, whatever.
yeah.
So grass. We're cutting through. Went to the first Makam. So for the first one,
You need to
cut through the
you need
left.
to walk
you
up a
climb
slope, yeah.
slight hill,
Yeah,
slight
slight
slope.
slope.
And then you go to the first Makam. Okay, no problem. Went there, we do our live stream, and all this while it's super dark around us. And you can hear sudden footstep here, footstep there, something watching us here, something watching us there. You can feel everything happening around you. Then we said, okay, first Makam done. Let's go to the second one. We took the part because we went around like 3 times already. So it's not a very big island, so we can't really know where to go now. We came down. We turn, come down, you turn left, you're supposed to hit the second Makam, right?
Yes.
Cannot find.
Do you all walk to that?
No. We know where the thing is. We went to the place, cannot find. Lost. I think, where's the Makam? Cannot
Okay.
find.
Then you walk.
Okay, we turn around. Came back to the path again.
To the first
Walk a bit.
Makam.
First Makam. Walk a bit, turn left again.
Okay.
Turn left, go all the way in. Second Makam cannot find. So we went one big round again, one more time. Cannot find.
So in
Cannot find the Makam, cannot find the prayer, where the prayer mats are. Because prayer mats one is very, very obvious. This is one straight, a concrete path only. Cannot find. We went around the place twice. Like, how come cannot find the thing?
Wow.
It's supposed to be right there, And then we started realizing, how come got more things like walking in the back behind us? Because I'm behind Aceh. And I'm like turning around left and right. I can hear this, I can hear that. Aceh looking at me, you hear that, right? I hear that also. Then we started realizing, maybe something covering the eyes lah.
Wow,
And then we got the hint.
But for Achik, who is doing the live stream, who is trying to communicate with his audience, if he could hear the footsteps, that means it's quite audible lah.
Yeah.
Wow.
We could hear it's popping off lah around us. We're like wondering what's going on here.
Okay.
So at that point we decided, okay lah. We go back to the base lah. Don't tempt fate
Yeah
anymore.
lah, no lah. I mean,
Because it's weird because we went day recce, night recce, we can easily find the
the second
Makams
Makam.
and the prayer mat.
Yeah.
Like, dude, it's supposed to be right there. Go there, cannot find. Go a bit further, turn around, try to, go one bit round, cannot find. Like, dude, where is it lah?
So
At
strange.
this point, we just say, okay,
But we did lah.
let's just walk, let's just go.
Our live
It's
stream, we
okay.
did find the
It's
second
okay.
Makam, so maybe it's just for you too. Yeah. So beside this place, there was this particular spot that Sonia had attraction to. Yeah. So let's see what she mentioned during the.
Right, and
Yeah.
we are attracted to filth. I was sharing something earlier when we did the night recce. So we do a day recce and then we also have a night recce. And during the night recce, I was sharing that along this path, alongside this house, when I was here to do the forward recce, I smelled something rotten, putrid. And because we went around the island several times. It's not a very big island. And both times I smelled it, I was affronted with that
Only
smell.
you smell it. The
And
rest.
only I smelled it because I asked Cici, I said, did you smell that?
Uh.
And he went, no, what? I said, you don't smell that? And he went, no. So I know the smell of decomposition. This is not the smell of decomposition. It was just really, it was a stench. And both times he didn't smell it, both times I did. And now, no smell.
So only that time.
Only that time. You know, you can.
like
I mean, we don't want to be.
got food poisoning, he got diarrhea.
We don't want to be gross. We don't want to be gross, but it didn't smell like fart. You know, like Smart has a bit of like a
He lao sai.
methane,
He lao
like a
sai.
methane kind of a smell. Bo, don't.
Here no lao sai, no brown color.
See lah, this guy.
Just to try to put logic into everything.
So that was the particular spot. Last time you all went with you guys alone, were you attracted to this same spot also?
It wasn't so much an attraction, but as we were walking through it, of course, you are very aware of your surroundings, right?
Right.
All your senses are engaged. So in that, going through that particular spot, I could smell it as I was walking through. So, and then I was looking around, like what could possibly be the source of that stench, and there was nothing around. It's exactly as we walked through that day, and then of course you want to check with the people with you, and in this case I was with Cici, and I asked him. I said, "Did you smell that?" And he went, "No."
No, we didn't smell anything also.
And then because we went around the island several times, and when we went back there, I smelled it again, and again I.
And this
asked
at
him.
night. The second time is at night. Or same time.
Both. We were there for about 6 hours. We were stranded on that island for 6 hours.
This was your recce.
Forward
recce.
Or recce, yeah.
Yeah, and we went around the island several times, and even the second time, I smelled it again, and again I checked. Do you smell that? And he went, no. So only I smelled it, and going through that same spot with you guys for the day recce as well as for the night recce,
You didn't smell
I
it.
didn't smell anything.
You remember this tie up to our previous JB. Do you all remember the putrid smell again? Yeah. So and the smell, remember, it comes and it goes. Yeah. So So I think it's
Yeah, so that I mean, it wasn't an attraction per se, but it was more
But
like
you
an
smell
observation,
the something,
as we went through. And because I remember the spot, I was kind of expecting to smell it again at that same spot,
Oh.
but there was absolutely nothing.
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 I mean,
And
seriously.
are you saying that it's me that smell?
Directly Cici.
That's what they all said. They said maybe it was you. I said
Yeah,
no.
JK
it's
was.
it's not, because I mean, we've been partners for what, 5 years already. I would be able to tell if it's
yeah.
if it's something from
No, but it's that spot, is it?
It's
If it's
not.
you, it will be consistently you'll smell the whatever putrid smell, right? How come it's that spot twice that you?
Yeah. No, it's not. It wasn't even, how do I say? It's not even human. You know what I'm trying to say? It's like you would know certain smells. You'd be familiar with
Yes.
certain smells. Like I know the smell
Yes.
of decomposition. I know the smell of people who never shower, for instance. It is a
Oh, yeah,
particular
yeah.
smell.
Yes,
but in
yes,
this
yes.
case, it wasn't anything that I could pinpoint. Like I know the smell of, let's say, guano, bat guano. I know the smell of that. I know the smell of certain kinds of animal droppings, things that I'm familiar with. This one, not familiar at all, and it was very bad, but it wasn't decomposition. So I just had to make sure that if he could smell it, then it could be something in our surrounding. It could be something in our immediate environment. But in this case, he didn't smell it, but I did. And I smelled it twice, because when we came back the second time, I smelled it again, and again, consistently, he did not. So
I
No,
think
when I-
during the forward recce also, it's not only the filthy smell that you can sense. I think there's some parts where you say got people there smoking.
yes. So we haven't talked about this, and I didn't share this with you yet. But on our forward recce, and our forward recce is a separate other. I think it warrants a separate other occasion and separate other recording even, because we had our own experiences on that forward recce.
Oh,
And as we were,
that story that about the mysterious monkey, that one, don't say lah, because that one I will add inside our video, so that one we have a recording of you telling the story. Okay, then say whatever, some other stories.
It was is we were walking at a different part closer to where the tower was, and I could smell cigarette smoke.
Yeah, that's
I
where
would-
you before you smell the filthy kind of smell.
And I have a very sensitive nose, and one of the things that I really cannot tahan is cigarette.
cigarette, yes.
I really don't like it. I can't stand it. And as we were walking, I could smell cigarette smoke. So I started looking around, because this island is sometimes frequented by fishermen. Sometimes, okay? So I kept looking around to see, were there people around? Maybe a fisherman had landed on the
Alright,
island and was walking around, and some of them do indulge in cigarettes. So I kept looking around, and I asked, do you smell it? And he goes, no. And I'm like, it's me again. I'm picking up all these funny smells. And because I'm very sensitive and I cannot tahan cigarette smoke, it would get my goat. And I was really looking around for evidence and for proof that it was a human source. But there was nobody on the island. There was no one on
Okay,
the island.
but the smell of cigarette is at which part?
As
Near
we
the
were
watchtower.
walking
The Makam.
towards the tower side, on the way out to where the jetty is. You know the spot where you were
Could
using
possibly lah. I mean,
where you were where
if it's
where
near the
you
jetty,
were using the drone controls, where you were
Oh.
standing there. That's where it was.
That's not near jetty,
Nice
I mean, on the way out to the
It's
jetty.
not near jetty. Yeah, it's not near jetty.
so
Instead
Actually,
of pass by that resort
It's
thing,
a
then you get
very
the jetty.
short
Yeah, it's
distance
not that-
from
from our experience with the fishermen that night, right? They didn't come inwards altogether. They just stay
Yeah.
at the
The
jetty,
jetty
right?
area.
They don't even
Yeah.
bother to come near this resort.
Yeah.
So
because there's nothing there
Yeah.
for them. If they're there to fish, they would stay on the coastal
jetty? Oh.
side or the jetty.
so
Yeah, so it wasn't that forward recce had its own experiences. The monkey you talk about later, the cigarette smoke was one, that putrid stench was another. And then there were other occasions as well, because we could hear things and
this daytime.
Yes, and this was daytime. That other one,
Maybe we should tell the audience, right? To come to this island, you need to stay there at least 6 hours, right? Because of the tide thing.
yeah.
You must wait for twice the tide to raise, to be high tide, right? It's not like any time you can come in, you must wait for the tide. So you come in during the high tide, then you go back, you also must wait for the high tide. Is
It's
that
about
the case?
12 hours. Yes, so it is cycles.
Ah.
Two cycles.
So it's not 6 hours.
12.
Yeah. Okay.
Yeah.
But
so
there
if,
was
if you
like-
don't go within that correct window, you end up getting stranded. So when we did the forward recce, we couldn't be picked up until the tide had come back up. So
Yeah,
they told us, they said, you're going to have to be here for 6 hours. And we were not prepared to stay out there for 6 hours because we didn't know. And we only had a certain amount of water with us. So in the end, we ended up having to ration whatever
Ration the
water we
water.
had and drink by the capfuls.
Yeah.
It was quite funny.
Yeah. No, but as maybe this part we can talk about this well. There's a freshwater well there.
Yes, that
But
is.
is that no? It's quite deep. But there's nobody had actually tried to consume water from this.
Before, yes, it's the only source of fresh water until fresh water was piped from mainland to the island. Because you see, you have to understand, you have to support
Yes,
the
yes, for the
resort
resort,
as well as the
yeah,
chalets. Yes. So water was eventually piped from mainland, but prior to that, the only source of fresh water on the island was this well. And we all went to that well, we all looked down into that well. It's really deep. And whatever structure they would have had, plus a pulley system with rope and
It's all
a
gone.
bucket, is gone. There's no way. So if you're stuck on this island and you need a drink of water,
You have
There's
to
a tip
tie
and trick
one
on
person. Huh? Sorry.
what's
There's a tips and tricks
tips
on there.
and tricks?
Tips and tricks. I thought
Because
you
I
did.
do tips and tricks, right? I do a tips and tricks series. Now, if you need to drink water, then you would have to wait for condensation and just sip it off all the plants.
The leaves yeah. That's what they said. Survivor, you need to. But
Yes.
that day when we were there, it was totally dry until the night time, right? How
Yeah, then there's a
how
lot of
you find
condensation.
condensation? It was a hot
Twice a
day.
day
sia.
only lah. Once
In the morning lah, the morning time lah.
Yeah.
Okay. So we were talking about this watchtower thing. Maybe let's show the audience how does this the full view of the watchtower with the new toy that Sonia and Cici has brought with them.
One marsh.
So
Wrong video.
during the live stream, I didn't show the watchtower because it is
They wanted to see the. They wanted to see
The view.
tower, right?
No, look at that.
creepy lah. And,
Tower of Two.
You don't want
this
to go
time it's
up.
me,
I
this
want
time
to
it's
bring
me.
you all, then nobody wants to go.
no reception.
Yeah, lor. Can't get any reception.
Will they still record? Still like that?
You record?
But then they shouldn't have tower lah. But we're not gonna go up.
Yeah. So what was the tower actually?
So it's a watchtower right at the very top level, but there's also a water tank.
Oh,
There's a water tank sandwiched in between this void and the very top, which is the watchtower. We have pictures to share, but we are not going to go up since reception is
yeah,
over.
reception is very bad.
Yeah, then we are not going. I bring you to the back area where there's.
Yeah. So this is a daytime with a great view of the watchtower using a
I
drone.
love the footage.
Yes, it's very nice, beautiful.
Yeah.
Yeah. And you can see Achik
I'm
was
totally useless
very apprehensive walking down.
This is
because the
video.
Okay,
you see the metal railings on either side were
Ah.
already very weak, very
very weak.
rusted.
You lean,
Yeah.
that's it.
Yeah, so no touching. You just focus on the steps and
Yeah.
go up.
But very beautiful the place.
I want to go back. Is it?
Huh? Go lah.
Go back
Yeah.
and stay overnight. Is it?
N-
I know
never
somebody
say the
wants
stay
to-
overnight. I never say the stay overnight.
There's another island nearby there.
The other one is it? Yeah.
Versa, is it?
Versa.
No,
That
no,
one- that-
another one.
Oh, there's another one.
Yeah. There's only for you to take a boat.
So you
Provided that
mentioned.
the tide is low.
Oh, okay. So
Oh,
you
just
mentioned
walk,
walk to the island.
Don't need
Then how to go to the island?
wait for the low tide.
Walk lah.
Oh,
Yeah.
From Upe to that side lah.
No. From the mainland.
Oh, from the mainland.
Oh,
So this is the top of the watchtower lah. Sonia mentioned that
Fantastic
the
view.
ground are all filled with the bats' food and poo. I think.
One was
fruits. Look at that view.
Beautiful, right?
Nothing frightening about this tower at all during the daytime.
Later I'll tell you all something also. somebody noticed something from the live stream. But this watchtower, if it's raining, also no use. I saw the roof already all torn apart. Then at night, sure, all the bats will be coming.
Oh yeah,
That's the resort area.
Bat Central.
But that's basically the circumference of the island. Because the watchtower is dead in the middle of this island itself.
It's what in the middle?
Dead
Dead in the
center.
middle.
It's dead in the middle.
Yeah. Okay. So, same thing. The viewer, the Shimin's friend, when she saw this place, right, she said this is like a hub for something lah. Some miss lah. This lady that we know, she spotted quite a few. Then I asked, how to be there? There's not much tree there because all bushes and low-lying tree. So it seems like they don't need tree to be hanging around this place lah. Then it seems like on top of the tower itself, there's like the leader of whatever that guard the whole island. So if you go out at night, I don't know what kind of experience you'll have. It will be interesting. Yeah. So
I say you gotta go back.
Can. I think some people are already Cici. Maybe in a year's time lah. Okay. Then I think that's all about the island itself already. We have covered up almost everything. Anything else? Oh yeah, maybe near the end we saw this generator room. And what's the other room? There's this one room that's really dark. Like a sewage room or
Oh, you mean the water pump room?
The pump.
the pump room, yeah.
Yes.
Then
So whatever water comes from mainland goes through that pump room.
so the
There's an underground reservoir.
Hey, then this watchtower, the water tank is for what?
Also to hold water.
Water
to-
lah.
Yeah.
Okay.
Storage.
Yeah. No, but then the pump room itself outside there's like multiple pit like holes. The construction is like at night if you didn't know, you just walk.
Go straight in.
Just straight in.
And there's a huge monitor lizard in there.
Oh, is it? Oh, inside
Where'd you catch-
we
yeah.
didn't see that.
It's swimming inside. You can't see because it's in the water. We were lucky enough. I think Sonia spotted it. So she saw it. It was like huge bugger. This huge bugger. Yeah.
Big enough for a pair of shoes.
Yeah.
2 pairs. I need 2 pairs.
No, I saw it.
One
I
for
saw it
office,
during
one
the
for
recce
home.
as well, and I was calling Cici, come and have a look. But it dived under and then swam to another part of it. So I knew it was already there. So when we got back to that safe area, I wanted to see if it was still there, and true enough, it was still there. So
Oh, okay. We didn't see him at night. Maybe he went somewhere else.
yeah,
But
the
there
residents wanted to-
there was tons of hermit crabs lah. And Sonia go and kacau one big one.
She
Just let them-
intentionally evicted one. You know.
Yeah. So evicted from the house,
Oh,
right?
why?
The beautiful shell of the house.
Poor fellow.
It
then-
didn't want to
just-
live there anymore.
No.
He was just
like
filling,
you.
was just filling one corner, doing nothing, minding his own life. Suddenly this auntie come by and
Is there video
like,
evidence
poor
of
fella.
her doing that? It's like, oh, I gotta ask
Don't
you.
have. It,
No lah,
it
but-
never happened.
You see?
No, even at the end when we went back to the base, we still saw that. The
The
poor
poor
big
fella. Kind of kicked out of the house and nowhere to
It
go,
will
homeless.
find another shell. My goodness.
not
Very
as
homeless,
nice as
you know.
that one, but it's huge lah, that one.
It was living in a snail shell.
Okay, so at the end of it, I got some testimonial from JK, our brave
Wow, nice.
participant.
Yeah. You got experience about this trip or what?
It's kind of nice trip.
Just now, do you feel anything when you're inside with them?
Anything, nothing I can really
footsteps.
convince myself or anything.
But just now the EMF you saw is
I would say that will be a first time at the EMS quite good.
yeah.
5 bar, although it's quite temporary. 4 bar is more
No,
consistent.
yeah.
4 bar is more consistent. 5 bar is only a split moment. And then that's it.
No, the best part is we ask question, they respond.
Oh yeah.
So
Yeah.
yeah.
You gotta remember we need to stand up. If not,
Yeah.
the whole crowd
We
against
must
us.
see whether how we find some spiritual master. I think Sonia must have some
Yeah, for me, I do feel some good from a
wisdom, yeah.
in my mind, but I still can't recognize it.
Some of us are a bit less prone to this kind of thing. No?
Yeah,
A bit numb to
we
it.
can't differentiate the goosebumps is it due to my imagination or due to that.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So otherwise, how you like the place? Interesting.
I hate the act.
You know, here all the insects commando one.
Yeah.
I think something happened to him. I think you didn't include this in the rundown, but
Him?
he had an experience. Yeah, JK and yourself. So remember when you first went to the base? I think this was after the first night recce. He came back. He said he couldn't find his
the
headlight.
So,
and you're looking left and right, couldn't find it. I don't know why. I instinctively told him by the end of the night you will find it. Because my first thought was something's playing with him.
My first thought is me lah, because he's sitting beside me, and when I pack, I just touch everything. I knew.
No, but KK, the thing is, right, his things was beside his plastic bag. Why would you touch his plastic bag?
Yeah.
When-
Why you touch his plastic bag?
Why would you touch plastic
When-
bag? You are packing things in front of you.
Yeah,
And that space was big enough when you put your things, there's a lot of space. He put his headband beside his own bag.
Because we all bought from
It
it all
could be-
feels the
it
same,
could-
you see? Yeah.
I don't know, but you don't use the headband one.
I have
The
one.
Decathlon.
I have one.
This one is a red. This one is a red color
Black,
one.
black.
Very obvious.
It's black,
Black.
yes. But
Black
at
one,
that
so-
kind of light, how you know mine is blue? So black and blue at that kind of visibility, you cannot recognize.
But why you touching his stuff? You won't what?
I'm
And at that point, you're not putting things in. You're taking things out.
No, I think he was packing up already.
I'm packing up already.
Yeah.
No, this was not at the end.
I don't know at the end. So
He didn't complain at the
No,
end. He
but
was complaining
something
when
just
we're gonna
tell-
start the.
something just
we're
tell
gonna
me
start
that
the night activity.
because
he lost it early.
you're on the light and search the parameter, there wasn't any sign of the headlamp, right?
Yeah.
So I don't think somebody would.
I don't think it was you. I don't think because at that point we're not packing anything yet. It
No,
was
but
early,
as
very
he
early
was
in
taking
the
things out, he would have put things back inside also, like in and out.
Yeah.
You know,
For me,
when-
I do lah. For me, I do because I'm very.
I mean, honestly, because I was sitting beside them. I know KK is doing things in front of him.
Yeah.
And JK's things are in front of him. It's not mixed or anything.
Yeah.
You know, it's very strange lah. Coincidence maybe, but I have to think that something
Also,
was playing
you
with
are
JK lah.
suspecting something was putting that thing inside my bag
Yeah.
lah.
Yes.
Okay.
Yes.
Yeah.
This island, I'm telling you, it did not feel malevolent at first, but as the day kept going on, as the day became night kept going on, activity kept ramping up. If we had stayed any longer in this island,
seriously,
I think we would have gotten even crazier experience.
Seriously, if we. Okay, then maybe we'll talk about what if we stay at the island first. But before that, let's talk about how we go back. Okay?
Ooh.
So the whole time when we are at that base, right? Maybe some sea breeze, very calm sea breeze.
Oh, it's windy. It's nice.
Windy is nice, right?
It was
But
nice.
once, because we we were supposed to go back at 1. We told the boatman we are going back at 1. Then we ended early, so Cici asked him whether can he pick up at 11 plus or something. Then he said okay.
12.
So we all proceed to the jetty. At that point, okay, we start to see the waves start picking up. Then the wind.
It was windy.
The wind start building up. Then we were sitting at the jetty, in almost darkness lah, because we.
It was dark. Pure
Then
darkness.
from behind us, I kept feeling the wind keep blowing and like debris, like plastic bottle keep blowing towards us. Where this plastic bottle from? Maybe from the fisherman, definitely from us, because we maintain that we always, whatever thing that we utilize, that we throw everything back, right? And our base. So where this plastic bottle and all this debris come from? And it's all from our bag, you see. Then the weather start picking up. You see the waves like crazy. Like we keep thinking, how the boat is going to come and fetch us? That particular 4-person boat, which at this kind of weather, I think cannot.
No way,
No
man.
way.
Yeah.
And
No way, man.
is he going to take the chance and do picking up? In my mind, I'm like thinking, okay, let's see how he's going to come in. So eventually, the boatman come in the bigger boat. And the story about this bigger boat was very funny, because when we were waiting that 1 hour when the tide to rise, right, we were seeing them installing the 2 motor in this boat.
Engine.
Yeah, two
engines,
engine
yeah.
on this boat. Then we're thinking, wow, immediately they're going to send this newly constructed boat to fetch us.
Apparently they did.
We are not sure whether this boat is the new boat or what. So they came a long time to come alongside the jetty, and at this point the waves are quite high.
Yeah.
So only a few steps in, we're reaching the water. So it's hard for them to control. I mean, even because I was from the Navy itself, and our boat is not the kind of boat like it's pretty small ship, but we have that kind of control system where you can go aft and go front, easier to manipulate, can go against a lot. But even that, if the sea is this rough, it takes a lot, and you need to have all the, how we call it, the protection from the wharf, from the jetty, and your boat, you must have those kind of like, what's the term? I can't remember at this moment. But you need that protection so that your boat will not crash onto the and ropes lah. And they only have 2 very thin rope. The guy keep throwing, so one to the front of the boat, one at the back. So we keep struggling for them to throw the rope to us. And this is after like 15 minutes of them coming into the alongside. So the challenge is there. So even if the 2 ropes are secured on the jetty itself, then it's time for us to we have to be quick to go into the boat itself. So JK is the first. Then I think there was a moment that, hey, go. Then nobody, people are thinking, oh shit, now I go next lah. So when I go next, the guy is supposed to hold me. Then I thought, okay, then there was this side of the boat that you have to step, then you can go into the middle of the boat. So when the boat go up and down like that, I misstep, so I just fell. Yeah, that's how I fell, and fortunately hit the elbow. Yeah. Then the rest of you slowly to come down. We have video taken from Sonia, how we tried to come down to the boat itself. Yeah, that's very exciting, but very dangerous.
Yeah, you could
It was very harrowing.
you
It
could
was
see
harrowing
the
experience.
turbulent waters. It was like a washing machine already, but it had
And she kept saying that washing machine.
yeah, because
She's
you
thinking
look
about
at-
laundry lah.
It looks exactly like what it looks like in my
Yeah.
front loader washing machine. Okay, when
Keeps hitting
yes.
it, hitting
So you
it,
have a
hitting
lot of that frothing and all that going on. But what I wanted to say was when we were exiting the island, and there is a bit of the jetty is a long one, right? We have to walk that path out, and as KK was saying, the wind seemed to be coming from the
Inside the island. Yes.
from the island, blowing out along that walkway to the actual jetty where we were, right? It was blowing dust, there was sand, and then there was litter. Obviously not our litter, because whatever we brought on the island, we took with us. We're very conscientious about that. But as we were waiting, it was still quite okay. Nice sea breeze, and then it started to pick up. And then if you notice, the
I think the
sky...
wind got cold also. Yeah.
Because if you look a
Yeah.
little bit off the island and you look at the sky,
Yeah.
the clouds were beginning
Clouds
to
were
build up
coming, yeah.
as well. And because we're only 600 meters from mainland, and mainland has a lot of light, it is reflected by the clouds above it. So you can see how much clouds were starting to build up. A storm front was coming in.
Coming, yeah.
And coincidentally, if you followed the news the following day, there were very strong winds and waves on the other coast as well, where Tioman is, and even at Pulau Perhentian and all of that. So that night was a rough night
Near
all
the shore.
around Peninsula Malaysia. And there were other incidences that were taking place as well, very sadly. And it also drives home the fact that what we do truly is adventurous. It's not for everyone. Yeah.
The weather
Yes,
is
but
strange because
it was very
before
turbulent.
we went up to Melaka, our friend Shimi is already inside Melaka. She said, guys, be prepared for the heat wave. Then we were there, it was hot. Okay, in the morning was quite cool, but then it turned very hot again, remember?
Oh,
So I thought it's hot weather lah. Then suddenly it changed to this kind of, the moment we want to depart from the island.
Stormy, and our fisherman already told us 5 minutes later, and he wouldn't have even come out, then we'd be forced to stay on the island because it was so difficult. You know, coming out of the jetty, still relatively calm because it is sheltered by the mangroves by the side, right? It's flanked by that. But the minute he comes out of the estuary, it's open sea already, and it was super choppy.
Yeah.
We were very fortunate and to have experienced boat people. And then, of course, Cici has experience with boats. And then JK, I saw him, how he was holding onto the rope and whatever not. But everybody had a part to play. The parts that the rest of us had to play was to stay calm. And if the situation called for it and we couldn't board, or if the fisherman had said, okay, abort,
We
and
gotta
they
stay.
turn around and
Yeah.
go back, we would have to stay. We had to be prepared for any eventuality.
So if now come back to the point that if we're gonna stay on the island, what would you guys feel that we will encounter, and where would we take shelter in the first place? Definitely not at the base lah, because that's not
no, I'll stay in the jetty. I won't go anywhere
the
else.
jetty lah. Yeah lah, I think so too.
Yeah.
But the jetty,
You wouldn't have stayed dry on the jetty. The wind was
Doesn't
the
matter.
wind and the rain
It's
was
okay.
already horizontal.
I'd rather stay there.
yeah, seriously,
You're not going back
feel
on the
that-
island, huh?
no.
You can feel that unless we're all together, maybe in the resort, the restaurant, the area. Maybe
That side already quite creepy also.
as long as we're all together, it's fine. But the thing is, you can. I don't know. I felt like the activity kept ramping up the whole night.
Yes,
You know, and somehow towards the night, you feel like the island was preventing us from going back. You know, you get that feeling. Hey, why when we're departing, got this kind of thing happening?
So you feel it's preventing.
It's preventing us from leaving, like almost like
Yeah.
in
You're
a
not
way,
gonna
like preventing
go,
us from leaving. You know, when you reach when you reach the jetty, it's like okay, not too bad. It's a bit choppy, not too bad lah. When the boat fella came, suddenly the boat going up and down, Like, what the hell is happening, man? How come this rough?
No, because the
You know,
wave
it's
the
rough,
wave
like, wasn't
is
like this,
beating
right?
at the concrete of the jetty. That's why
Where did this come from all of a sudden? Within 10 minutes,
Yeah,
you know, 5
within
minutes.
5 minutes.
Where did this come from all of a sudden? All of a sudden, the thing going up and down, like hey, you are falling over. You know, like what's going on? You know, all hell's
Yeah.
breaking loose. You know.
I
Okay,
remember
then-
Cici was the last person. So then Sonia was screaming, faster, faster. Then he's like trying to find the correct way.
Yeah. It's like
No, I was
crazy. Even
concerned
the
because
boat guys was like trying to dump in. Even they had difficulties. So even the experienced people had difficulties. And honestly, that boat ride was so harrowing, man. You know, I thought that coming out was hitting the bottom. Wow.
No,
Oh
no.
my goodness. Now I'll take that every time of the day,
Yeah.
man.
I put it all on my Facebook, and I have friends who are into boating, and they were all asking where were our life jackets. Now I want to say that this was a private arrangement because there is no ferry from that jetty. That
This
is
is
a
not ferry,
fisherman's
yeah.
jetty, yes. And by that point there were no regular ferries to the island anymore. You'd have to charter something, and the fishermen themselves don't wear life jackets. If they all wear life jacket and they don't give us life jacket, something is wrong, right? But they themselves don't, and I don't think they had.
Yeah.
Yeah, and of course
it's-
nobody was
it's more of like a
expecting.
small-
Nobody was
small
expecting
business kind of
that weather. But I trusted the local fishermen completely, and if they made a call to say it's too dangerous, I would have heeded
Yeah.
what they said. If they said you have to stay on the island, then we're staying on the island because they have a better understanding of their environment than any of us foreigners and non-locals do of that area. So I trusted them completely. If they said it was safe enough to disembark
Yeah.
in the first place, and then sure.
Yeah. So the picture of us on the boat, like a
Like for the war, yeah.
like for a war, like
She took that picture.
refugees, you
Yeah.
know, coming into
He
the
said what?
Malaysia.
You all are like Vietnamese refugees.
Refugees.
I want to
After
know.
a
I
while,
want
they
to
off the
hear.
light and they were driving the dark as well. So it's
Let's
like,
say for
they were
instance
sketch.
that we had to stay on the island. I want to hear where you thought would be the safest, most sheltered place for us to have spent the night. I want to hear from Cici first. Where do you think we could have taken shelter?
The water tank.
The
Going
watchtower.
straight up to the watchtower.
Okay. Yeah, lah. I mean,
What about you, KK?
logically will be the watchtower because it's above ground, you see. So if any wild animals, they a bit hard to access. But knowing the creepiness of the place, I would say the resort lah, where near the jetty, you don't need to go too far. You just stay
The dining hall there lah.
the dining hall there,
Dining
and you have
hall.
enough
Okay.
room to move inward. Yeah.
Then what about you, Sara?
Dining hall.
Dining hall.
Dining
also?
hall. Either the first floor or second floor. I think it's fine. Yeah.
Okay, but initially you said we stay at the jetty. If we couldn't stay at the jetty, then you will. That's your second choice, lah.
Yeah.
Really?
Yeah.
Yeah. Dining hall.
Because don't forget, if you go watchtower, Achik will have problem. He have a bit.
I cannot climb.
Yeah, maybe fear of height,
already
yeah.
the thing is so rickety.
Then it's
I
wet.
imagine the wind hitting you. Sudah lah.
Better not lah.
Some more after it's got Miss P lah, bat lah, guano lah. Aiyo.
Yeah.
Wet guano some more. Who wants this shit? No one. It's okay.
But it's a real adventure lah. Seriously, the whole
was,
island. How long we went at 6? We left at about 12. Just 9 or 6 hours.
Yeah. 6
Yeah.
hours.
And
it went by fast, you know. Really fast.
there's nothing much you can see there also. So you basically cover the day recce, you cover the night walk. That's about it. Yeah.
But even then, 6 hours flew by. If you realize,
by.
it
Yeah, it did,
flew
it
by. 6 hours. Let's say, for instance, in our normal settings, you ask me to sit down for 6 hours, or just that the time. 6 hours seems like a lot, but it completely flew by on the island.
But there's so much things to see there. Lah. There's no dull moment. Okay. So let's
We knew the place was ideal and prime because of we had already gone on the forward recce and we had our own experiences already.
Yeah.
So
So
we
if-
knew that bringing you guys was a sure, a confirmed.
anybody who are interested, please come and join us next time. We can a year later we can go back again. Okay. Before we end the show, let's talk about some. This time round, we have some very interesting Grab stories, Grab driver stories. So, but firstly, I really appreciate Malaysian Grab lah. Their private driving, the once you go on the app to call for one, because in Singapore sometimes you wait, then they say no, they forcing you to get the more expensive one, then the driver will come, right? In Malaysia, you can get it, and sometimes like the ride is maybe like 10 minutes is like 5 ringgit, you know, that kind. I mean,
that one is due to supply. So obviously they have a lot more like Grab drivers, and that's what keeps the prices down. Whereas in Singapore, we don't have as many as Malaysia would have, you know.
the one that I always remember is that night that we went for the Halloween walk at Sembawang, the Canberra side. So near I wanted to walk from my place to Canberra station, but I was a bit late, so I took the Grab. $15 just for that like 5 minutes drive, and it's not peak hour. It's like wow.
Yeah.
And that's why I'm not gonna take much Grab in Singapore unless really no choice, you see. Okay, but what sound?
No, but you have to factor in the cost of the
rental,
lease,
the
rental, the petrol.
Parking.
It's cheaper in Malaysia. I mean, definitely the car
Definitely, yeah.
cost, the petrol cost, definitely cheaper.
Yeah.
But the thing is, for the distance they drive, they really get pittance, you know.
Yeah, it did.
And you have to factor in the 20% commission to Grab as well. So They really get pittance. I'm like, it's crazy over
They
there.
need to clock more lah.
Yeah. they
So
do.
the first observation we have is that some of the drivers are a deaf driver. So they we after think we thought like it's a bit dangerous if they cannot hear like horn and all this. So we have one particular driver that we booked. Then because the place that we stay, the hotel, is a bit, he don't know where to, because of that landmark, I think he don't know where to turn. So he went around and around, and we saw the car already. Then he went somewhere. Then he don't dare to he waiting for us to cancel so that he can get the cancellation fee or something. But in the end, he cancelled himself because he really don't know how to go already lah. Then I think the same time, I think Cici also have another driver which is not deaf who also don't know go where. Yeah. In the end, who cancelled? You guys cancelled or they cancelled?
No, I just leave it there.
No lah, nobody pay lah.
We saw the guy.
We saw
he
the-
drove
yeah.
on the back, and then I don't know why he turned out and drove. I'm like, well, you're right there. Just stop and pick up lah, yo.
They don't,
All the
they
patterns
don't
came
come
out.
to the entrance there. They just like pass by.
Yeah.
Uh,
He came from behind, I
Like,
think.
what?
No,
Yeah,
from behind.
Like-
There's no way from behind.
Don't know leh. That means he go one round lor. There's a car park behind, I think.
Yeah, car park behind. Then
Yeah.
they went in, they went out. That's
Yeah.
they do.
He does it.
Okay. Then on the first day, the afternoon, we went to the same the silo, the granary side. So Cici, Sonia, Achik, and Chacha was on one of the Grab. The rest, the four of us, is another Grab. Then we got the location. I think the location wasn't correct. So the guy just drive. Then don't know to this one-way street. Very busy one street. Say, you all go down here. And look,
Like,
where's this place, man? It's not the silo that I went to. Then he asked me to go down. Sini. Ah, Sini. Okay, then we go down lah. Then it's like, in the first place, we were stranded in the one-way street, the heavy traffic. Then we try to figure out where to go. Then he just drive off lah. Then we have to.
Then we found the perfect spot. It was the ice cream shop.
Yes. So I think maybe he's asking us, it's a hot day, you must go to the ice cream shop.
Cream shop.
Don't go to your urban exploration, just go to the ice cream shop. But there,
And we did go to the ice cream
we
shop.
did. It's the opportunity is there, you see. Okay, then the last story, and this is the best. So same thing, the four of us, Sara, me, Shimin, and JK, we booked going to the jetty. The guy came, then so I was the first to board the car. So happy.
And I would say, in Malaysia, the Grabs are normally those Perdua, those
Proton.
those small ones. Those,
No, this one is
small
quite.
one,
This
I
one
can
is
see.
quite.
No, wait. There's all those small. Normally it's those small ones. Those small seaters. This fella had like
Bigger salon.
It's equal to like a Vios, like a Toyota Vios.
Okay,
You know?
okay.
The small sedan. The small sedan.
Sedan.
Continue, please.
So I'm the first one to go in. They say, how many you have? In very broken English. I say 4. No. I can only put 3. Huh? I think never in my life that I took Grab that they only allow 3 passengers. So the rest come in. Then I'm like puzzled. 3. Then I tell them. Then Sara was the last to come in. Then he was so happily settling down. We're going to set off already. Hey, Sara. I think he said only 3. Then as logically everybody is like dumbfounded by what is this person talking about. You know? Where in your rule that you can only pick up 3? Then
Just playing
then he said no, overweight. Then we realized that he's fat shaming all of us.
Not all of us, 2 of us only lah.
All of us. Even JK is a bit big ma. So come on lah. This kind of sedan, 4-person, even the small Proton
Easy.
Mira we can fit
Easy.
in already.
Yeah.
So he's like, he
Easy.
insists. I was like, okay, then at that point of time, I also don't know why, as Shimin keep insisting we should have cancelled it. Then
Yeah.
we should take another Grab, you see. By the point, I was wondering, should we go first, then because a bit late already, then we try to, because getting another Grab is like 40 minutes wait, you know, because of the bad traffic. So
Yeah.
I didn't.
Another thing, and one more thing was, what if the other driver comes and say, oh no, cannot, no 4 people, 3 people, you know? What the next replacement also does, you know? That's the same thing to us. So we're worried lah at that point.
So we split 2-2
So
lor.
we split 2-2
Yeah.
lah. Logically, so we split 2-2 lah. So myself and Shumi, okay, we are the slightly fluffier side. Okay, put it that way. We're more fluffier. So we both get into the cab and to this Grab, to this horrible fella. And you know, it started out. I was a bit pissed off, to be honest. Like, you know, I was a bit like, what's going on here? And then, but the thing was, you know, I was with Shimin. You know, Shimin, how funny she can get. We started messaging our good friend, our good friend Elaine, who was
Local Melaka, yeah.
local Melakan person who's a resident of Melaka. So we started messaging her, you know, for fun, like, you know, hey, why your Melaka driver like that? And then she started calling us up, talking, hey, what happened? You know, so whole thing was like turned on its head. Like, it became like a joke to us, to be honest. We were joking all the way, laughing all the way, you know. Hey, trash, the driver's not in front, we were just talking behind his back.
No, just talk in front of you also, never mind. Seriously.
Actually, we found the humor.
Yeah,
in
lah,
it,
have to lah at that point of time.
Have to find the humor.
Yeah.
In it,
I was thinking whether you will go and confront him, you know.
I
thought you will.
Well, it's very lucky that none of this happened with me.
yeah, we thinking if it was Sonia, I don't know what happened.
Then get that recording for content already.
What would you tell him if you were the one that they say, oh no, you can only have 3% when you have 4%?
Show me the regulation.
Yeah.
If not, you do your job and you bring us to where you have to bring us.
Your car is weak is not a problem, no. Your car cannot.
No,
Yeah.
the
No,
car
that car
definitely
can
can. If the
handle,
car
that car.
is designed to take 5 passengers, it should be able to take. What kind of rubbish is that? Right?
Yeah.
So he was just being difficult, but I'm glad that all of you took it positively, still found the humor in it and are able to laugh at it, because you can't change that situation.
Yeah.
He wasn't going to let you, go. So you might as well just embrace the situation,
laugh.
adapt to it, and then just go. But I would have given him a piece of my mind and maybe more than that, because it's not right. And until there is, you show me the regulation, and then we can talk. Because all this, you want to say, you cannot back it up with anything. I cannot tahan one. You all know.
Yeah. I mean, he will not have anything because we never heard of this 3 passenger rule ever.
Yeah.
I know 5% you cannot take, but 4% is.
No, the car is designed for 5 passengers. Is there anywhere that it says it cannot exceed a certain weight? I don't know. You tell me.
No,
if there is, then fine. But if not, if you average everybody's weight out, then really?
No, the thing is, the Grab service is called Grab 4. It's called Grab 4. Babe.
Yeah, then if we have more people, we always take a 6-seater.
The best. I go in, he immediately tell me overweight. It's like, I know I'm overweight. Why do you need to tell me that? Yeah, that funny lah. But that was the little Grab. But I think perfectly fine.
I think you can have a segment where it's
no.
Grab
This is the
or
only time.
transport rules.
The rest of the time, I have no issue at all.
good, yeah.
Seriously.
Yeah.
I think the Grab drivers in Malaysia, thank you so much. If not, if we're going to cater for any type of chauffeur inside, it will cost us a pretty penny, right, Sonia?
Yes.
Yeah.
So that's the reason why we rely so much on these ride hailing, as opposed to if I were to charter a bus to ferry us around. I'm so over it, because the price has gone up more than twofold since before COVID. And I know that they're trying to recoup their losses and whatever not, but I feel as if it's being that we as Singaporeans or as foreigners were being taken advantage of because of our stronger dollar. And if we can as easily move around by Grab, then why not?
Yeah.
Use Grab, yeah.
Very convenient. Yeah.
Just don't be overload lah. Just don't overload. Two people.
Yeah. Fat shaming. Okay. So before we end,
So I also want to say that our Parabex, I mean, the highlight was the island, but day 2 we did go to a few other places.
Yeah, we will bring this to the next episode together with our JB, the other parts into the next episode, because in the month of August we don't have. In the month of July we don't have anything planned, but we do have something planned, right? Sonia, you want to tell? Yeah.
Yes, we have a community event. So we don't just do mountain climbs, we don't just organize hikes, local hikes or overseas hikes. And definitely Parabex is not the only offering, the only silo that Adventura Vida or the Wanderers have. And the next one is going to be something that's it's more of a community bonding event. It is also adventure. It still is adventure. We're going on ATVs, on an ATV trail ride, and it's going to be about 2 hours. So more details about that can be shared. You just have to ask.
Telegram.
Yes, in the Telegram group. But we depart on the 12th of July. It's a day trip, and we are budgeting a per pax spend of about 80 Singapore dollars, and we're moving around by whatever transport means are available to us. I'm not chartering a bus or anything. We just grab all over the place.
Yeah.
Yes. So this is something that is family friendly.
Yeah,
You
I'm
can
bringing
bring
my
your
family,
kids if you want. Yes. So KK's bringing his family. Sara's coming. Chichi's coming. And you can either use an e-scrambler or the single ATV or the double ATV. We've got the price list in our Telegram group under the folder ATV. So, we're not just about what you hear, the supernatural, the spiritual, but we're also about fostering bonds within the community. And the community we have is a very safe one.
Yeah.
No toxicity allowed, and we would shut that down immediately.
Yeah, if you like the Grab driver say overweight, then really okay lah. Yeah. Once is I accept lah, not two, 3 times. Then in August, you guys are planning to go to Tioman. So
over the National Day weekend, we have a climb.
National Day.
Yes, that's over the National Day weekend. That's on Tioman. That's a climb with a via ferrata. That's optional. If you don't want to do the via ferrata, that's fine. And this is to climb Devil's Horns.
Dragon.
Sorry.
Devil's
Horns. Why am I thinking the devil?
Aduh.
Dragon's Horns. So that's a climb with a via ferrata. And then in September, that's the one everybody needs to know about. What's happening in September?
Cici walk away. September, Sonia and Cici and a few others are planning to climb Mount Kita. It's the second highest peak in Honshu, or maybe the whole of Japan.
The whole of Japan.
Japan, yeah.
So the trip in September has got 2 parts to it.
Part
The
one,
first
part
part is a climb, and then the second part of it is pretty much Parabex. It is the Parabex number 10 is going to take place in Japan. So we'll be exploring some abandoned buildings, but I think that the highlight of the Japan Parabex is going to be Aokigahara.
Yeah.
Yes.
The sea of trees. Yeah. So it's September, there's still some time. So feel free to join the Telegram group to get informed about all these
details.
things. Even for the ATV one, when this episode will be out, it will be just 2 days before, but you can still join, You hear it, you can still join.
Check with me first because of the number of vehicles.
Oh, yeah.
So, yes. So, how it works when we organize these things is usually there is a cutoff date. If you miss that cutoff date, just check, because sometimes we can do things about that and sometimes we cannot. But if you decide, just reach out to any one of us, and then it gets funneled to the same sources anyway. Yeah. If you're more comfortable talking to Cici, then by all means go ahead. If you're more comfortable with either Sara or KK, that's fine too. Or what is that?
What's that?
Let me see.
Devil horn.
Devil horn.
Mine are hidden.
You want take the fella and put it yourself. Pull up.
Yeah.
So all the information is in the Telegram group. We're happy to have that platform, and so far it's been very safe, right? All of you are in it, so.
I mean, safe. I mean, I go on trips with you, lah. So what safe?
That's a testament of trust, and I thank you guys for trusting me and Cici as we put these things together for everyone. And there's something for everyone. We've got family stuff, the local hikes. Even the local hikes are family friendly. KK, you brought your son.
Yeah. He enjoyed it.
What we want to inculcate in our community is the spark. We want to spark something in you, that sense of adventure, a childlike curiosity, even a point of view, a mindset towards an attitude towards adventure. And to me, this is what I do for children as well. But why limit myself to just children? Let's be the change that we want to see in the world, right? And
Yeah.
I believe that spending time in nature does that.
Yeah.
It
Indeed,
does that
indeed.
for us.
Yeah.
So yeah, I've gone into my whole PAP speech thing, but
But yeah, like on the island, we have only the 8 of us and nothing else. You know, that's where, you know, you feel a bit how you say, vulnerable yet safe. I don't know the kind of feeling lah.
yeah,
Yeah.
you know, and I think that we can also attribute to the fact that you've traveled with us many times, and you know the amount of work that we do
Yes.
prior to bringing you, and I hope that fosters that sense of trust, and that is also conveyed to everybody that's watching. Yes, it's not exactly everyone's cup of tea. There are its inherent dangers when we partake in such activities, but know that we've put so much into it. And I have to say, I have an excellent partner, and he keeps me safe out there, just like he keeps us all safe. And you know, we have to give props.
But
lah, come on, man.
it's fun now. We are walking. Okay, before we end, we're walking for the night exploration. Then suddenly through the walkie-talkie, because each one have a walkie-talkie, because in the base we have one walkie-talkie, we're holding one walkie-talkie. Then Archie was holding one walkie-talkie. Then ours suddenly transmitted the 我等着你回来. That was the shh. Then we know who is it lah. Yeah, okay. Yeah, but
he was worried because I was already draining.
oh yeah.
Yes.
From the
So
video we can see it lah. Even
Yeah.
Sharon.
Well, even
who-
before
Sha-
that, even before that, I could feel. Now I'm a very high energy person. All of you know that, right? But when my energy starts to drop, it's like something is feeding off my energy.
Yeah.
And before we even began the night walk, I already told him. I said I can feel my energy starting to drop. And I had burnt incense around the base. That was actually more for the mosquitoes. But at the same time, what are you inviting to come?
Yeah,
It's like, hey.
I think also because if you guys or your forward Recce, right, you only have yourself to care about. Maybe not so bad, but you have to tend to every participant. So maybe you're extra, how you call it, you have to up your level a bit more. So when you increase your intensity, your energy will sap up faster lah. I think that's the case because you have to care about.
But that's also why the walkie-talkies, right? So we have equipment. All of us have different equipment, but our equipment is more to keep tabs on everybody. Like every group that goes out has at least one mode of communication. Because if the network fails or network becomes sketchy, we still have.
No, the
our
network
walkie.
is very bad on the island. I mean,
Yeah.
it's
Just we're
understandable
away
lah.
from
It's
mainland.
understandable.
But it's not too shabby.
Not too
considering
shabby. There's still connection, but in certain
Yes.
part you can see from the live stream.
So
Okay.
it was quite funny because he kept radioing in.
Yeah.
It was so funny.
Yeah, that's the fun. You gotta come and experience what this little
Visit yourself,
little thing that we have. Then maybe to promote the Adventura Vida YouTube page, a lot of nice shots that Cici prepared. So I will add the link, and also to all the new viewers who have joined our channel. This is
Welcome.
Yeah, this is what you might be here for the paranormal, but there are a lot of things with. I would say one of the big attraction of going with these trips is the history, the research that Sonia and Cici did to uncover this place. Yeah.
Yes, because you see, the thing is, what people don't understand is these places, there is a reason it is the way it is. What attracts, and we talk about residual energy, we talk about vibration, we talk about so many different aspects to what makes a place the way it is. Why abandoned buildings are like empty vessels waiting for things to occupy it. There's a certain level of logic and science that we employ in what we do, because I still feel that the supernatural is a science that we have yet to fully understand. So in trying to understand and in trying to embrace it, we have these journeys and explorations as we try to unravel even.
Mm.
Our
It's
own understanding.
audience put on a message say that this island there's the Melaka Sultanate actually kept treasure. There's treasure. Don't know is it this one or the other? Have you heard of it? Like a treasure hidden on the island itself?
I think for Pulau Besar, you got to ask. Okay, I don't know how you're placing us.
Yeah.
Yeah, but
Yours is up lah, always up, just up.
So he must like this. Is it?
So
the Pulau Besar one has got stuff also, right?
Spiritual.
oh,
All the spiritual.
no treasure lah. I thought next time we can go treasure hunting.
Have lah. If the Nenek Kawayan intend to give you something, then they will give.
But it will take some
Treasure.
time.
Nenek Kawayan
There's
will
always
down
an
there.
exchange, right? There's always a price to pay.
Oh no. Okay.
Yeah. So
For
you
me,
should
I
bear
think
this in mind.
our walk itself, our tour itself is not like point A to point B, and we don't make things up lah.
Mm.
Mm.
And you have to keep conforming to the environment and the changes. Like for example, in this case, if we can't go back that night, we just have to stay. You know, and none of us could complain, can whine, and then oh you, why cannot go back? I feel so wet. I feel so dirty. That kind of thing. And then if that's the case, they don't come lah. Yeah, because you really cannot anticipate what will happen along the way. Yeah. Okay, so
Conditions can change, yes.
yeah, at the end of it, don't be square. Get out there and join us. Yep.
What's that?
Yeah. So something happened today. If
Yeah.
if fans of Liverpool, you will know what happened. It's a very sad case. Okay, Sonia. No, sorry, Cici first.
I'm a man with few words, but I can see you, you can't see me.
Great.
This is it's so true, you know. I've been with this guy on so many trips. You see 1 minute, next minute he's gone.
Yes.
I don't know where he goes.
Appear somewhere else.
He always wears CC, and and when you least expect it, he's there. I'm like, alamak.
But it's good to have somebody there,
You
lah.
can't see
It's
him,
good
but
that
you
he's
can see
always
him.
looking after
Really?
us.
Yeah, you can't see him, but you can see.
Sonia?
him. Very true.
Is
Words
it
of
me?
wisdom.
I thought I was the last one.
You're the last one, ah. Sarah already put the heart shape.
Sarah got nothing to say.
No, his one is.
Okay, right. The this one. One. Okay.
Yeah.
That's all.
Yeah.
Okay, so from me, it is you have to get out.
Good night, everybody.
Experience life.